What's going on, everybody? So it is time to put the last 3 months of prep work to the test. We are 2 days out from Kentucky's opener and I am super pumped. Both of our deer, that 9-point and that 10-point that we've been keeping track of, are here and they're both huntable. So I just got into town and set up camp a little bit earlier today. So the first thing I wanted to do here was check 3 non-intrusive trail cameras on this 9-point. 9-point's been extremely consistent for us. We feel extremely good about how to go about hunting this deer and getting eyes on him. And the first 2 trail cameras I just checked here on the field edge showed him, I mean, he's using this often, a lot. So super pumped about that. Something I haven't told y'all that I didn't post on social media so I didn't jinx myself. That 10-point showed up last night on camera, where I'm going to start my adventure trying to locate him. After I get this last camera here, check it for the 9-point, I'm heading right over there. I'm going to spend the rest of today and all of tomorrow trying to get eyes on that 10, and I want to shift a couple cameras to where I think he's actually using. I just think I have the wrong trail on him. One thing we've learned with this 9-point is you could be 1 trail off and completely miss all of his movement. You won't even know he exists. So I think that's what's happening. I think he's still down there where we had him located earlier in the summer. He's just using a different trail than what I have my cameras on. We'll see what happens. In the meantime, let's get after it.
It is September 2nd, 2023, and we are down in Kentucky starting it off, chasing some velvet studs. Today marks the start of the 2023 deer season, which we're all super excited about. Austin's got some seriously big plans ahead of us this season, and it's time to go now. It's time to start all that hard work. We have a bow in our hand now. Just excited. But also September 2nd, for me this year, this marks my 20th year of hunting. So it's kind of a special season for me. And if any of you guys watched the video of Austin on his 20th year of hunting, he had a really, really good year. And honestly, I'm hoping I have just as good of one. So fingers crossed it happens, and we'll just sit back and enjoy it till they show up. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see what happens.
Well, yesterday was opening day. It's a pretty uneventful day for the most part. I sat on the edge of a known bedding area all day, just pulled an all-day sit, just wanted to observe exactly what happened when they got in there, what they did, and so on. Saw a couple does and a fawn. Showed up right around 8 o'clock in the morning, so hour and 45 after shooting light. And then for the next 6 hours, those deer only got up twice. They bedded down for a few hours, got up, spent about 30 minutes browsing off about 40 yards, browsed back, laid down for another few hours, got up, browsed that same 40 yards and back. So for 6 hours, those deer didn't move, at least 6 hours, for at least 50 yards. So I mean, that's what all these deer are doing. That's what our big deer are doing. So we just gotta be, that's why you gotta be so precise this time of year, and why it's so difficult is these deer aren't moving. Heck, I don't want to move. I am dripping in sweat. I can't walk a mile and I'm drenched. So just part of it this time of year. Today, my plan is to do a little bit of still hunting and see what I see, observe. More of an observe type thing. Rather than sitting in one spot and doing an observation sit, I'm kind of just doing that same principle, but I'm still hunting. So to see what I can see what I can find, see if I can find anything that tipped me off. I just saw a small buck up the way, and so that's a decent sign, kind of let me know, but I'm not after the small ones. So here's to figuring out where the big ones are. What a beautiful sunset, huh? Check that out. Alright, so it's day 7 of our trip here in Kentucky. Day 5 of deer season. It's been a hot go this week. It's been tough. Deer aren't moving far. And we don't want to move far either. So I'm back at my stand location that I was at opening day. Got some bedding out in front of me that I know about, and more bedding past it. Got a good wind for this spot. I've stayed out of it for the last few days and did some glassing and some other scouting around, and just kind of stayed out of this to wait till some better weather came in. So we've got it today. Had some storms roll through yesterday and overnight this morning. So hopefully the next couple of days will bear some fruit. We'll see. Deer definitely are not bedding. Up in the beans, been checking that, and the beans have been walked over hard. So I know they're bedding down here where we've had them located. They're just not moving far. You've got to get ultra tight to their exact bedding location, and if you're not, decent chance you don't see that deer, even though you're in the right spot. So we'll see what happens.
I just got done pulling one of my brother's cameras that he's had set up here for a bit, and it kind of got a little inactive. But the funny thing is, when I was walking in, I found extremely fresh tracks on this big deer. And this camera wasn't 20 yards off of that trail. So I'm going to get adjusted and set up on that tonight, and we're going to see what happens. So it's a little hot. Mosquitoes are killing me, but man, I'm ready to see some deer, so let's get at it.
Time to start getting things prepared for the October lull, scraping, and acorns dropping. It's that time. We still have a little bit of time left for early season patterns, but not a whole lot. So let's open up the scrape. Well, that's it. First trip to Kentucky is in the books. We have kicked off our season, and no longer do y'all have to watch Whitetail Slam episodes without deer hunting involved, which is pretty exciting. So it was kind of a tough week. We were kind of plagued with mechanical issues, little things going on, and man, it was hot and the hunting pressure was heavy. So it had those big bucks kind of hunkered down and staying in place. They were still where we had them located. We didn't see any kind of shift yet, but they just weren't moving during daylight, which that's part of it. It's early season hunting. So we knew that going into it, and we knew it would be difficult. We were just trying to ease our way closer and closer and closer, and we just couldn't get close enough to get them moving during daylight, and truly they weren't moving very far at all during daylight. So that's okay. The book is not closed. We are coming back. We're going to keep pursuing these bucks because honestly they're big enough to pursue, and they're going to stick around for a while, and who knows how they're going to shift actually once fall kind of fires up, once scrapes open up and acorns really start dropping and crops come out of the field. That's a big one. So we're going to keep coming up here. We adjusted some cameras. I opened up a scrape really close to where that 10 point is kind of lurking, so hopefully he is still there. Hopefully I get some young bucks and does hitting that, and even him hitting that, just get that kind of starting to click a little bit and get that in their brains. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. It was slow hunting, but we knew it was going to be that way. The way the cameras were showing, we were either going to find a really big deer, or we weren't going to find much of anything else. That's just the way we knew it was going to be going into this hunt, which is perfectly okay with us. That's just part of it. So keep an eye out. More Whitetail Slam episodes are coming, and it's just going to get hotter. This is the hardest time a year prior to kill a big deer like that, and it's just going to get more fun. The intensity is going to increase. So thanks for watching, y'all. Please hit that like and subscribe button. We'll see you on the next video.